Welcome to this grade 10 maths video. This is a past paper, which is really good practice if you are studying for your term 3 math test. So let's jump straight into it. Question 1, we have a stem and leaf diagram. So a group of grade 10 learners recorded their thoughts on how long in centimeters they thought a meter was. Their estimates were summarized in the stem and leaf diagram below. So just as a reminder, a stem and leaf diagram, how you read it off is like this, the 7 and the 5, that stands for 75. And so then obviously the next one is the 7 and the 6 is 76. And the 7 and the 8 is 78. Okay, so that's how we read it off, just as a recap. First of all, they ask how many grade 10 learners recorded their estimates, so we can just count actually the leaves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That is 32 learners. Determine the range of these estimated records in centimeters. Okay, so this is a 2-mark question because they are expecting you to know how to work out range. So range is always the largest value minus the smallest. So in this case, our largest is here at the bottom, this 137. The smallest is up here, 75. So you're going to go 137 minus 75. We are left with 62 centimeters is our range. The third part is write down the 5-number summary for the data set. So the 5-number summary is also, we need to know this, it is the minimum number, the maximum, the median, which is the middle number, the lower quartile, and the upper quartile. Okay, so the easiest ones obviously is the minimum maximum because we've already done that for the range. So the minimum is 75. The maximum we said was 137. Next, we need to find the median. So the median, I always think median is like middle. And so you have 2 options. You can just work it out on the actual stem and leaf, or you can rewrite it like this, like I've done here. I would say the only thing with rewriting it is you do stand a chance of making a mistake when you rewrite it. So I'm going to show you on the actual stem and leaf rather how I would work this out. So I want to find the middle number. So I go ahead and cross out. So I cross out like biggest and smallest, then biggest and smallest, and so on until we find the middle number. So I'm going to cross out the biggest, then I cross out the smallest, and then I go back. What's the next biggest is 128. The next smallest is 76. Then it's 125, 78. 116 is the next biggest number. 84 is the next smallest. So we just go through like this, crossing out. Okay, until we get to this point where we've got the middle is either 100 or 101. That's our last two numbers, which makes sense because we have an even number of learners. And so we have to do what is in the middle of 100 or 101. And so in the middle of this is going to be 100.5. That would be exactly in the middle of that. So that is our median, 100.5. And actually just a good point to include that these are all centimeters. Okay, then what we can do is, let's make some space here again. We want the lower quartile. So what you do with the lower quartile is we take these two, okay, and we now want what is the middle of these numbers. That will be our lower quartile. Will be in there. And at the bottom here, if we find the middle number in there, that will be our upper quartile. Okay, so our lower quartile, let's work that out first. Again, we cross out the smallest number, then the biggest number. Smallest, biggest, smallest, biggest. Okay, and we are left with either 92 or 93. And so it is going to be in between 92 and 93, so it's going to be 92.5 centimeters. That is going to be our lower quartile. Let's do our upper quartile exactly the same way. We cross out the biggest, then the smallest. We're left with 107 or 109. Between 107 and 109. So in between that is going to be 108. Okay, so that is our 5-number summary. And you can see then why they want us to do that, because the next question is draw a box and whisker diagram. And how we do a box and whisker diagram is we are going to put in, our minimum is 75. So that is going to be the start here. Maximum we said was 137, so that's going to be somewhere in here. Our median is 100.5. It's going to be somewhere in here. Lower quartile we said is 92.5. Somewhere in here. And our upper quartile is 108. So that's in there somewhere. And we can then draw it in like this. So here's our box. And then there's the whisker. Okay, and it is, yeah, we can just draw that, that's fine. Comment on the skewness of the data above. So that is just, is it left skewed or is it right skewed? So this is right skewed. And the reason being, we can see this right whisker here. This right whisker is longer than this whisker. So we say it is right skewed. Sindile estimated her meter as 97 centimeters. Is her estimate below or above the 40th percentile? Show your work. Okay, so what we have to do for this is we have to work out the 40th percentile. how we do that is we go 40%. So that's 40 over 100. So 40 divided by 100 times by the number that we had. So we have 32 learners, and we always add 1. So times by 32, add 1. And it is going to give us a position. It's not going to give us the answer yet. So let's work this out. So 40% times 33 is the 13.2 position. So we need to go find what is the 13th position. And what is the 14th position. So we can work out what is the actual value of this 40th percentile. Okay, so let's go look here for the 13th and the 14th number. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 13 and 14. So it's either 97 or 98. Okay, the 13th position is 97 centimeters. The 14th position is 98 centimeters. We want the 13.2 position. So what we have to do is we are going to go 97 plus, we need to work out that 0.2. So we're going to go 0.2 times the difference. So 98 minus 97. Okay, so that is just a difference of 1. So that means we're going to have 97 plus 0.2 times 1, which is 97.2 centimeters. Okay, so this is the 40th percentile. Slendile said 97 centimeters, but the 40th percentile is this. So she is below the 40th percentile. So Slendile said 97 centimeters. 40th percentile is 97.2 centimeters. Therefore, her estimate is below.